Hey everybody, I'm Stacy Lyn, and today we are making classic pickled okra. This is one of my family's favorite things. I mean, it is a perfect condiment on hot dogs. You can cut it up and make relish. You can have it next to your summertime vegetables. You can have it in the wintertime in soups. It is just amazing, and it's so versatile. So if you can get access to some okra, I know that it's growing in the deep south, the best, and I'm not even sure, about if you could get it in the north or not, but I think you can. You really got to make this. But if you can't, you can use this recipe to make pickled beets, pickled, all kinds of pickled things, pickled peppers, just anything that you want to pickle, you can use this recipe. So the first thing that you will want to do is to clean your okra. Well, pick it, obviously, or either go to the farmer's market, and boy, is it itchy if you pick it. A lot of times. Some okra varieties are not as itchy as others, but Scott got this for me last night. He came in with his arms in whelps and actually ended up having to take some Benadryl. It was like really bad, but okra is so amazing to taste. Okay, so I like to take the tops off. You don't have to do this, but I like to do this because it will, it gets a little chewy, the tops. So I'm seeing a couple of the pieces that I've already prepared here that have tops, so I'm gonna take those off. Really, that's all that you have to do, and then you just start stuffing it down into your jar. So I have some pretty tall jars here that I'm gonna just put these things right down into. And I like to do it both ways, where you put the fat end at the bottom and the small end at the top, and vice versa. And you can just stuff as many as you can get right down into these jars. So I'm gonna also put a couple of garlic cloves, and I have them whole, and I just put them right down in the jar along with a little bit of dill. So in a minute, I'm gonna be making the brine, and I'll put some dill seed in the brine along with some celery seed, and it just, oh my gosh, this is just packed full of flavor. So it's pretty simple. So if this was beets, you would just take the skin off of the beets and put them right down in here, and then make the same brine and put it right above or right into each of the jars. So I'm loving that. I think that's so pretty. Now, the next thing, and I like mine a little bit spicy, so I'm putting a pepper down in here, and I like to see it because I think these jars are very decorative, and they're fantastic gifts at Christmas time. They've got the green and the red, but look at how beautiful that is. It's just so pretty. I'm loving that, and I'm gonna put another one on the other side. And I cut these down the middle a few minutes ago so that they would release their hotness. All right, so got that down in there. I think I can get a couple of more pieces of okra down in here. Okay. All right, so the next thing you'll want to do is to make your brine. Let me see how this looks. It's looking nice. So I already have a lot of jars over here that I did a little while ago. So I'm gonna turn the heat on. I'm gonna put some water, sorry about that, right into my saucepan. Okay, and then I'm gonna do a little bit of vinegar. So that is 2.5 cups of water. This is 3 cups of just white vinegar. Now, a lot of people will say you can use apple cider vinegar. That's fine too. And you can just do whatever you want to with these spices. Another thing you could do when you're making the jars is just cut jalapeno peppers or any kind of pepper that you want in there. You can put anything you want to down in that. You could do thyme. You could do oregano, whatever you've got. Okay, this is a 1/3 cup of pickling salt. So we've got the salt content, we've got the vinegar, and you're only gonna have to do this in a hot water bath. You do not have to pressure can any of this. So I'm gonna add about a tablespoon of celery seed. That makes it so good. I love celery seed in my slaw. That's, if I had to say what a secret ingredient is in a lot of my dishes, like my potato salad and my slaw, it would be celery seed. And lots of celery if you don't have celery seed. Okay, and then I'm gonna put some dill. Okay, the other thing, and that was a tablespoon. The other thing you could do is put some peppercorns down in here, and that would make it really pretty and give it that peppery feel. But I've already got these peppers, and so I'm just gonna go with that. So I'm gonna bring that to a boil, and as soon as I do, I'll put that into my jars. It just needs to be dissolved. Okay, I'm gonna stir that around a little bit, make sure my heat's high enough. All right, here we go. Okay, so pickling is one of my favorite ways of preserving anything. You can use it all year round. I do a squash relish, and that's on my website at stacylynharris.com. You can go there and you can find that recipe. We use that all year round. We pickle peppers. With the okra. I mean, adding the garlic to it is just so incredibly flavorful. All right, hopefully this will get dissolved here soon. So fermenting is another really healthy thing too that you can do with your vegetables. A lot of people have these gardens and they don't really know what to do with the excess. You can just cut cabbage up. All you do is massage a little bit of salt in with it, put it in a fermenting container, and then just let it sit there. You'll go into the pantry and you'll hear the stuff bubbling out, and or it doesn't bubble out, it just bubbles inside it. So you hear all these gurgling noises, and you're like, what in the world is that? And you remember, oh gosh, I'm making some really healthy, yummy sauerkraut. And there's just so many things you can do with your leftover vegetables that people don't think they can do, that it's really simple ways of preserving. All right, so this is getting hot and I am getting so excited. I can smell this and it smells so delicious, and I'm gonna have pickled okra in about 30 minutes. So happy about that. All right, so now I'm gonna get a ladle, and I'm just gonna ladle some of this right into my jar. Okay, and I'm gonna do this with all of them, but I'm just, for time's sake, I'm gonna show you just this one. All right, here you go. And you're gonna come, and you're gonna leave about 3/4 of a room of headspace at the top. All right, and then, all right, I've got impeccably clean lids. So I just boiled them, and the top will seal because it's hot right to the top of the jar, so that lid. And then I'm gonna put this on. Okay. Did I get that on there? All right, and then I've got my canning equipment right here, just this big old canister. I'm just gonna put my jar right down in there. Oh, wrong way. Do any of y'all do that? Okay, I do about every single time that I do. I can. I don't know what my deal is. I guess it's being left-handed. I see everything upside down. All right, so I'm gonna put that in there, and then I'll boil this for about 10 minutes, and then I'll make sure that the lid, that the top of it goes down, and you can't press it and where it comes back up. And if you do, then you can keep those for a very long time. I mean, really years. So they'll keep, and you can have these, you can give them as gifts for Christmas. And so you're making Christmas gifts right here in the middle of June or July or August, and so you've got it made. I forget what I'm doing when I'm doing these videos. I thought we were back in June. So anyway, I hope y'all have a great time making okra. If you do, please send me a picture. I want to see you in your kitchen making this pickled okra. Did you see how easy this was? And you probably have a lot of this on hand, at least your spices and different things. And if you don't have okra, let me see what you do pickle. I'll talk to you soon. I hope you enjoy it. If you do, please share this with your friends. Share this video, and please go to stacylynharris.com and sign up for my newsletter, and you'll get a free download of everything preserving. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks.